Here's how you make my luscious 7-Up Mile High Pound Cake. This is filled with sour cream, and we're going to be using a new method that I saw on Facebook where you use powdered sugar in replace of sugar. I'm going to use a half and half mix in this video, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to make this pound cake. This pound cake was super luscious. It was moist. It had that 7-Up lemony flavor. And when you cut this pound cake like this, you can get 20 slices of jumbo pound cake. Look how big these slices are. This could feed a family of 4, a family of 5, the whole office if need be, including birthday parties and more. So go ahead and like this video because I know you're going to enjoy this content, and also get my ultimate pound cake recipe ebook bundle. The link will be in my bio where you can get more pound cake recipes just like this. Let's get into the video. So to make this pound cake, I'm going to start with about 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. I am going to be using powdered sugar in this as well, but before we do that, I'm going to cream the regular sugar and our butter together until it's white and fluffy. And you can see me adding about 4 sticks of butter in here. And you're just going to turn your mixer on high speed and let that cream up for about 4 to 5 minutes. The reason why I didn't add the powdered sugar in there as well is because powdered sugar is very fine, so we don't have to cream that together. So now I'm just going to sift my powdered sugar. Now with Domino's powdered sugar, you don't have to sift it if you don't want to. You really can whisk it. But I thought, I just want to make sure that this is fine as possible. This is my first time making this pound cake with this method, and I'm using half and half because I saw in the post that they use all powdered sugar, and I know that they can make a dry cake sometime. So I just wanted to use half of granulated sugar and then half of powdered sugar and kind of test it out. So this test did obviously work. So that's why I'm giving you guys this recipe. But yeah, I did 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, and then I did about 3.5 cups of powdered sugar. In the original recipe that I saw on Facebook, she used 7 cups of powdered sugar, and I know powdered sugar is a little bit more sweet than granulated sugar, so I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want no overly sweet pound cake. But yeah, feel free to test it if you want to do something like that, but that's not what I'm doing in this video. So the reason why this went viral on Facebook is because powdered sugar has cornstarch in it, and it's very, very, very fine sugar. So it dissolves better into your batter, which can make your cake a lot more fluffy. But I'm also going to add a little bit of sour cream to make this, a lot more moist, and, have that, that creamy fatness that pound cake should have. And sour cream does that. So I'm going to add sour cream to this recipe as well. So that's why I wanted to create this recipe. But anyway, you're going to add in your powdered sugar to your butter and granulated sugar mixer, and you're just going to mix this for about 2 to 3 minutes. Like I said, this is powdered sugar. Doesn't take long to dissolve into the batter. It's already super, super fine. And with that added cornstarch, you're going to see it kind of thicken up a little bit. And I'm just going to beat it till it becomes more aerated. I do want to make a pound cake with all powdered sugar. And if that's something you guys want to see, put it in the comment section below. But anyway, we're going to add in 8 eggs. That's it. That is a lot of eggs, but eggs prices have gone down. So, you know, this is exactly what the recipe calls for. But we're going to put 8 eggs in here. All of my ingredients are room temperature. If I didn't already say it, the full recipe will be in the description below. But we're going to add in the eggs one at a time. I have my mixer on low speed, and this is what you want to do when you add in your eggs. If you guys don't know, that egg whites trap air, and if you add too much air into your cake batter, sometimes your pound cake can rise, and then when you cool, it'll collapse. That's why you kind of see some people who have a cake that has like the middle collapsed in, and that's because you added too much air into your egg whites, and when it cooled, it just collapsed in the middle. So you don't want that with your pound cake or any of your pound cakes that you're making. So that's why it's super important that you add in your eggs one at a time, and you don't go more than a low speed on your mixer. But if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and also hit that share button and share it on social media so other people can make this cake as well. Spread the love around. I know this is a new style of pound cake, but I think this would be great for the holiday season or any type of party or something like that you have to serve a lot of people. So once all of my eggs are added in, I'm going to turn the mixer off. I'm going to pull the spatula up, and you want to make sure that you get all of that batter off of your spatula and around the sides of your bowl, and make sure it's mixed in and it's well combined. Like I said, this is going to be a little thicker because of the cornstarch is added to it from the powdered sugar. So yeah, make sure everything is well combined. Now I'm going to take my 7 Up. This is about a half cup of 7 Up, and I'm going to add my extracts to that. It's going to be vanilla, and then it's going to be lemon extract. And my 7 Up is room temperature. I forgot to add that. But you're going to add that and you're going to mix that together. And if you see the scale in my video, just know that I weigh all of my ingredients. So that's why you've been seeing it. I don't go by cups, I go by the metric system. So if you're somewhere like the UK, you will be able to use this recipe because the grams will be in the description below. So I'm just going to sift in my white lily all purpose flour. I wanted to use cake flour in this, but I feel like, since we added the cornstarch, if you don't have cake flour at the house, they tell you to mix white flour, all-purpose flour and cornstarch, and that'll make cake flour. So I didn't feel like I needed to add cake flour onto this, and it's already going to be soft and fluffy and all of that. But I did sift it one time. I don't think you need to sift it twice, but just sift it one time. And this is about 4.5 cups of all-purpose flour. This is, like I said, a big cake, but whatever bowl that you're putting your cake batter in, you want to make sure it's big enough because this is a lot of cake batter. So trust me, you want to have a big bowl to put all this stuff in. So now I'm going to add about a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt. That salt is important to balance out that sweetness. And I'm going to whisk that together to make sure all of that salt and baking powder spreads through the flour evenly. And you just want to do this to get all of those lumps out of there. If you have lumps in there, mine didn't have that because we did sift. Oh, and I also forgot to add the sour cream to the 7 Up and extracts. So that's what I'm doing now. But you want to do that at the beginning. It didn't make a difference, but I just did forget about that. But you want to kind of add that in there. It's going to kind of liquefy with the 7 Up, and it's going to make it easier to combine when we alternate between flour and the 7 Up and sour cream mix. We're going to stir that until everything is well combined and you see no more big chunks of sour cream. And we're going to put our mixer on low speed, and we're going to add in our flour, salt, and baking powder mix. You want to start and end with flour. And I'm doing 3 scoops at a time with this big spoon, and then I'm going to pour in some of that liquefied sour cream, 7 Up, and extract, and then I'm going to do 3 scoops again. Now you want to alternate with this to make sure everything is being coated and well combined. You don't want to over mix this. So like I said, keep this on low speed and just add it one at a time. Nobody likes those gluten streaks in your cake when your cake cools. So you see those gluten streaks in your cake, they're like little wet spots. No one likes that in their cake, and the way to prevent that is to not add too much gluten to this pound cake. And I know a lot of people that mix on either 2 or 3 just because they want to get the pound cake done. And what they don't understand, when they adding in that flour, is creating what's called gluten. And the more gluten that you add, the more bready your pound cake is going to taste, and also those gluten streaks. So just take your time. You don't want to rush. You done made it this far with this pound cake recipe, and you want to make sure this pound cake turns out right. Now, if you want more of a crust on your pound cake, or you want it to be have that extra crunchy top, then I suggest you try my 7 Up cream cheese pound cake recipe. That'll be in the link below in my ultimate pound cake bundle, along with 50 other pound cake recipes. But that's in Southern Pound Cakes one if you guys want that one. But yeah, that pound cake recipe is a classic and is one of the greatest of all time in my opinion. But this 7 Up Mile High pound cake is really good as well because it's going to feed a lot of people, and yeah, you guys will be happy with this. So you just see me adding in the last bit of this flour, and then I'm going to turn off my mixer, and I'm just going to get the rest of the pound cake batter with my spatula. So I'm going to combine it with my spatula. And this just ensures that I do not over mix my pound cake batter. So you kind of see me going around the edges. And I'm putting this in my square pound cake pan that I got from Old Country Kitchen. And I'm just going to spray it down with some pan baking spray. Now you can use some cake goop. I think I was out, so that's why I ended up using the spray. And as you can see, it did come out clean. This is my first time using this pan. I'm going to be using this pan a lot more. And probably since it was my first time, it didn't have any stickage. But as you continue to use your pan, it's going to have some stickage. But since this was my first time, I was excited to use it. But I am heavily coating this with some Pam. Yeah, you definitely want to do it like this because, like I said, having a pound cake stick is one of the worst feelings that I've had in my life. So yeah, this is my spray of choice. I know a lot of you guys like Baker's Joy. I do not know why. I have always had a pound cake stick when I use any type of pan with baker's joy. Baker's joy is just not the best spray for me. But anyway, you're going to add in your pound cake batter and you want to kind of mix it well thoroughly. Once you get to the bottom, just make sure everything is nice and combined. And then I'm going to add this and I'm going to shake this a little bit. And this is going in a preheated oven on 325 for about an hour and 20 minutes. Do not shake your cake into an hour into your bake. But yeah, once it comes out the oven, it's going to look like this. Excuse the shirt. I didn't have my oven mitts and I did not know where they were. But I let this cool for about 10 minutes and then I'm going to take it out. And as you can see, it looks clean. So I'm just going to take another cake board and I'm going to flip it over. This is a 12-inch square cake board, by the way. So you definitely want to use that size. But just for so you guys can see the length, I put my spatula beside it. And as you can see, this pound cake is really, really tall. It looked nice. And now all I'm going to do is add in my 7-Up glaze to the cake. And this is more like a heavy donut glaze. I'm going to spread it out a little bit at the end so you guys can see it. But you know, it is super, super, super glassy. Once it cools, it's going to look really, really good. But I'm just going to spread it out with my spatula so you can see some of the cake in there as well. It's not as thick as, you know, some people like their glaze. It's just like in the middle. It's pourable. It reminds me of a thicker Krispy Kreme glaze. And as you can see, it look really, really, really nice on this cake. Anytime you put this on a table or if you take this to work or any party, this is going to be a showstopper. I promise you guys. And you're going to get a lot of slices to this. So I'm just cutting these slices medium lengthwise because this cake is so tall. You know, people are going to be getting a lot of cake for a small slice. So yeah, I'm just cutting it into about that type of length and width. These are how those cake slices are going to look. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, give this a thumbs up. Also, my pound cake ebook will be in the bio, and I'll talk to you later.